Have you ever wondered if a robot could do your job? It sounds like science fiction, but for millions of people it's becoming a very real question. We're living through one of the biggest transformations in the history of work, and at the heart of it all is artificial intelligence. Today we're going to dive deep into a concept that's becoming increasingly important: structural unemployment, and how AI is hitting the fast-forward button on this massive economic shift. This isn't about fear-mongering, it's about understanding. Because by understanding the changes that are coming, we can prepare for them, adapt, and even find new opportunities. So, what exactly is happening to the job market, and what does it mean for you? Let's break it down. First, let's get our terms straight. What is structural unemployment? Simply put, it's a mismatch between the skills workers have and the skills employers need. It's not about a temporary economic downturn where jobs come back after a recession. This is a fundamental change in the structure of the economy itself. Think about the transition from horse-drawn carriages to automobiles. Blacksmiths and carriage makers found their skills were no longer in demand. They were structurally unemployed until they could learn new trades like auto mechanics or factory work. Now, AI is creating a similar but much faster shift. It's not just automating one invention, it's automating intelligence itself, and that's a game changer for almost every industry on the planet. So, how does AI accelerate this process? It's all about tasks. AI is incredibly good at handling repetitive, predictable, and data-heavy tasks. This started with things we're already used to, like factory robots assembling parts. But now, it's moving into the office. Take administrative and secretarial roles, for example. For decades, these jobs involved scheduling meetings, managing emails, transcribing notes, and organizing files. Today, AI-powered assistants can schedule appointments by analyzing everyone's calendars, draft email responses, provide real-time transcriptions of meetings, and even sort and prioritize documents automatically. The tasks that once filled an entire workday for a person can now be handled by a software program in seconds. This doesn't just make one person more efficient, it can fundamentally reduce the need for that entire job role. Let's look at another major area: data entry and analysis. Think about the sheer volume of information companies deal with every single day. Sales figures, customer feedback, market trends, supply chain logistics. In the past, teams of people were needed to manually enter this data, clean it up, and then try to find patterns. It was slow and prone to human error. AI, particularly machine learning, is a master at this. It can process millions of data points in the time it takes you to sip your coffee, identify complex patterns that no human could ever spot, and make predictions with stunning accuracy. This is transforming fields like finance, where algorithms now execute trades, and marketing, where AI analyzes consumer behavior to create personalized ad campaigns. The role of the human is shifting from doing the analysis to asking the AI the right questions and interpreting its highly complex results. And it's not just blue-collar or white-collar grunt work that's being affected. We used to think that creative jobs were safe, that the human spark of ingenuity couldn't be replicated. Well, AI is challenging that assumption too. Generative AI models can now write articles, create stunningly realistic images, compose music, and even write code. For graphic designers, a client might now use an AI image generator to create a good enough logo instead of hiring a professional. For copywriters, a company might use an AI to generate product descriptions for their website. This doesn't mean these creative jobs will disappear overnight, but it does mean that the nature of the work is changing. The value is no longer just in the technical skill of creating the thing, but in the unique vision, the strategic direction, and the emotional intelligence needed to guide the AI and refine its output into something truly special and resonant. The list of vulnerable industries is growing. Customer service is a big one. Chatbots and AI-powered voice assistants are now the first point of contact for many companies. They can handle a huge percentage of common queries, from tracking a package to resetting a password 24/7 without getting tired or frustrated. This frees up human agents to handle only the most complex and emotionally charged customer issues. In transportation, the development of self-driving trucks and delivery drones threatens to disrupt the livelihoods of millions of drivers. In the legal field, AI can now review thousands of legal documents for relevant information in a fraction of the time it would take a paralegal. Even in healthcare, AI is being used to analyze medical scans like X-rays and MRIs, often spotting signs of disease with a level of accuracy that rivals or even surpasses human radiologists. This all might sound a little bleak, but it's crucial to see the other side of the coin. This isn't the end of work. It's a redefinition of work. Just as the Industrial Revolution eliminated some jobs but created countless new ones in factories, engineering, and management, the AI revolution will do the same. The key difference is the speed of this change and the emphasis on a new set of skills. The jobs of the future won't be about competing with AI on tasks it's designed to excel at, like raw computation or data processing. Instead, they will be about the things that make us uniquely human. What are these skills? First and foremost, critical thinking and complex problem solving. AI is a tool. It can give you an answer, but it can't tell you if you're asking the right question. It can identify a correlation, but it takes a human to understand the causation and decide what to do about it. We will need people who can look at a complex, messy, real-world problem and figure out how to frame it in a way that AI can help solve it. Second is emotional intelligence and communication. In a world of automated responses, genuine human connection becomes a premium service. Think of therapists, nurses, teachers, and great leaders. Their ability to empathize, persuade, and collaborate is something AI cannot replicate. Jobs that require deep interpersonal skills will become more valuable, not less. And of course, there's creativity and strategic thinking. While AI can generate ideas, it doesn't have its own goals, values, or a grand vision for the future. We need human artists to push cultural boundaries, human entrepreneurs to spot new market opportunities, and human scientists to dream up new hypotheses to test. The future of creative work is a partnership, a collaboration between human vision and AI execution. A musician might use AI to generate a dozen different chord progressions and then use their own taste and expertise to weave them into a masterpiece. The value shifts from technical execution to curation, taste, and strategic direction. So, the big question is, how do we navigate this transition? It requires a massive effort from everyone: individuals, educational institutions, and governments. For us as individuals, the mantra is lifelong learning. The idea that you finish your education at 22 and are set for a 40-year career is over. We have to become comfortable with constantly updating our skills. This could mean taking online courses to learn about data analysis, getting certifications in new software, or simply cultivating a habit of curiosity and staying on top of trends in our fields. We need to focus on developing those uniquely human skills: communication, collaboration, and critical thinking. Our education systems need a radical overhaul. Instead of focusing solely on memorizing facts, something a search engine does perfectly, schools should prioritize teaching students how to think. They need to foster creativity, encourage collaborative projects, and equip students with the digital literacy to not just use technology, but to understand it and wield it effectively. Vocational training and apprenticeships will also become incredibly important, providing practical, hands-on pathways into the new jobs that are being created. We need to bridge the gap between what's being taught in the classroom and what's needed in the modern workplace. Finally, governments and policymakers have a critical role to play in managing this structural shift. This could involve funding retraining programs for displaced workers, providing a stronger social safety net to support people during their transition between jobs, and investing in the infrastructure needed for the digital economy. We need thoughtful policies that encourage innovation, while also ensuring that the benefits of AI are shared broadly across society, not just concentrated in the hands of a few. It's a delicate balancing act between embracing progress and protecting people. The AI-driven job market shift is not a distant future, it's happening right now. It's causing structural unemployment by making certain skills obsolete, but it's also paving the way for new roles that we can't even imagine yet. This isn't a moment for panic, but it is a moment for preparation. It's a call to action for all of us to become more adaptable, more curious, and more committed to lifelong learning. The future of work won't be about humans versus machines. It will be about humans with machines. The most successful people will be those who learn to collaborate with AI, using it to amplify their own unique human talents. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. I know it's a lot to think about, but these are the conversations we need to be having. If you found this video helpful and thought-provoking, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content about how technology is shaping our world. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What are your thoughts on AI and the future of your job? Let's continue the discussion. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.